just like you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the music, song, and dance of Celtic roots.
Executioner, you're a free man. If the guillotine don't work, you can walk free. The Scotsman took the same option, and the guillotine stopped again. Free man. Had the Irishman came in and said, "You better hang me," says he, "that bloody yoke's not working at all." I was sent by my wife to the doctor. Now, I hadn't been feeling too good. My out feet had been giving me trouble, and my nose wouldn't work as it should. Now, we all use our feet for the running, and to spell your nose you would use. That's a normal sort of a procedure that any sane sort of person would use. But I had a terrible affliction. There's no wonder I didn't feel well. With me, it was my nose done the running, and down at my feet that I smelled. The doctor examined my body as I lay on the couch on my skin, and there wasn't a crease or a crevice. He neglected to poke his nose in. He prodded and he pinched and he poked me with a wandering rubber-gloved hand. Then he scratched his head and said gravely, "Your condition I don't understand. And what's wrong I can't put my finger. It's a mystery to me, I declare." Which is strange when you come to consider that his finger had been everywhere. "Now, my good man," he continued, "my diagnosis is not yet complete. Never in all of my life have I met with such odorous feet. They're a possible source of pollution, and it's something I feel I must stop. Then he went over to the corner for a pole with a crook on the top. Oh, I cringed when I saw him advance, and I said, "No, doctor, take care." But sure, he only wanted to open the window till he had a bit of fresh air. But your nose is a different problem. I can cure it, I haven't a doubt. You'll have to have a slight operation. Your polyps will have to come out. The blood drained from my face as I lay there, and I shook at the thought of the knife. You know, I don't like being interfered with. You know, not at my time in life. I'm against this new rage for transplanting I'm in. After all, I have to say, when they have you laid out on the table, they might take your best bits away. Now, if you give me a sample, we'll do a small test on the spot. Sure, I didn't know what he wanted. He didn't say a sample of what. But the nurse didn't share my inhibition. As she wrote down my name on a glass, here she said, "Go and fill it." Just like that. Unashamed. Boundless brass. Fancy, I couldn't even get started. I didn't know what to think. When she saw that I needed assistance, she turned on both the taps on the sink. Success came without warning. 'Twas a flood of relief, don't you know? I thought the old doctor had ruined me, but thank God it was all systems go. I filled up her glass in a tumbler and 2 little jars on the shelf and a half-empty plastic container. I was really quite pleased with myself. But the nurse didn't share my elation. When a murderous look in her eyes, she said we only wanted a sample. We didn't want 6 months' supply. Well, the story of my operation, and that's a long story, another long story to tell. Just say it was highly successful. I now have a nose I can smell. I can smell all the flowers in the garden and the breeze blowing in from the sea and the sweet perfume of the ladies. It fills me with sweet ecstasy. But my nose has highlighted a problem that has stopped my joy being complete. Can you guess what it is? Well, I'll tell you. It's to get something done with my feet. Thank you very much. Well, with that she started barging about how good she was to me and the way she slaved around the place.
Pleasures and palaces, though we may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. A charm from the skies seems to hallow us there, which seeks through the world is never met with elsewhere. Home, sweet home, there's no place like home. Home, sweet home, there's no place like home. I gaze on the moon as I tread the drear wild, and feel that my mother now thinks of her child, as she looks on that moon from her own cottage door, through the woodbine whose fragrance shall cheer me no more. Home, sweet home, there's no place like home. Home, sweet home, there's no place like There's no place like home, be it ever so humble. There's no place like home. golden hair, and I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. Oh, my lovely Rose of Clare, you're the sweetest girl I know. You're the queen of all the roses and the pretty flowers that grow. You are the sunshine of my life, so beautiful and fair, and I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. And I will always love you, my lovely Rose of Clare. The sky was clear, the morn was fair, no breath came over the sea. When Mary left our father's home and wandered forth with me, when flowers decked the mountainside and fragrance filled the vale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Avondale, was the rose of Avondale, the rose of Avondale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Avondale, sweet rose of Avondale, sweet rose of Avondale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Avondale.
We'll take a pill, but take it down by the hill and listen to the larks lovely warbling. In the evening, the company with music in the key, they'll be dancing Harry sets until the morning. Rum down the dickle down, howdy down the dickle down, rum down the dickle down, they are all. Rum down the dickle down, howdy down the dickle down, dance the Harry sets until the morning.